Kaya panawagan nating mga kasama, hustisya para kay kasamang Jude!
Hustisya!
Hustisya para kay kasamang Jude!
Hustisya!
Hustisya sa lahat ng biktima ng papulitikang pamamaslang!
Hustisya!
Filipino workers led by Kilusang Mayo Uno protested in front of the National Police Headquarters in Manila to condemn the killing of veteran labor organizer Jude Fernandez, who was slain on September 29, 2023. As reported by the various labor groups in the country, Fernandez is the 72nd labor organizer killed since 2016. The incident comes despite promises by the Marcos Jr. administration to ensure labor and human rights in the country are respected.
Bakit baka?
Huwag matakot!
Huwag matakot!
Bakit baka?
As a veteran activist and labor organizer who started in the 70s, during Ferdinand Marcos Sr.'s martial law, the death of Fernandez sparked protests and statements of condemnation from other sectors as well. The protesters also noted how reminiscent the brutal death was of the activist suppression during the martial law years.
Hustisya para kay kasamang Jude!
Hustisya!
Hustisya para sa lahat ng biktima ng extrajudicial killings!
Hustisya!
Hustisya para sa mga biktima ng terorismo ng Estado!
Hustisya!
Fernandez was known to have been crucial in forming the alyansa ng mga manggagawa sa probinsya ng Laguna and Labor Federation Pagkakaisa ng Manggagawa sa Timog Katagalugan KMU. Both labor formations are based in the provinces south of the Philippine capital, which have dense populations of workers employed by various multinational companies.
Mula pa sa kanyang pagiging kabataang aktivista, ay kaagad siyang nagpasya para tumulong sa pag-oorganisa ng mga manggagawa. No? Nagbuo sila ng iba't ibang formations para siyempre palaparin yung pakikibaka at paglaban ng mga manggagawa, mainly sa usapin ng nakabubuhay na sahod. Pangalawa, yung usapin ng paglaban sa contractualization. Ikatlo, yung usapin ng pagkakaroon ng makatao or makamanggagawang lugar pagawa, ligtas para sa lahat. At syempre, yung pinaka-fundamental rights ng mga manggagawa, yung karapatan sa pag-oorganisa ng union.
Various labor and human rights organizations launched a fact-finding mission led by Kilusang Mayo Uno. Based on interviews in the community, a group of operatives in plainclothes executed Jude Fernandez. While police reported that the 66-year-old labor organizer fought back, anonymous community members said that there was no exchange of gunshots. The non-laban narrative or victims allegedly having fought back is eerily similar to the preceding administration's executions of drug suspects, which have been criticized globally for violating human rights. Because of the mounting number of labor-related harassments, red tagging, and deaths, various labor groups united to denounce the worsening climate for labor organizing in the country. The labor group submitted a unified report to the International Labor Organization, which has since given recommendations to the Philippine government. Since the ILO mission, 4 labor-related deaths, including Fernandez, have been recorded.
Sa ibang mga kaso, nananatili pa rin nawawala yung ilang mga labor organizers na sina Ador at si Loy, no, na since May 2022 ay nawawala. So, nawawala pa rin sila. At may mga sumunod pang kaso, may 4 na kaso ng extrajudicial killings sa hanay ng mga manggagawa at mga organisador. No, andyan si Alex Dolorosa ng Bien sa Negros at andyan si andyan yung Fausto family na mga agricultural workers, mahirap pa rin, no? Yung pag-organize ng mga unions, ng workers organizations or associations. Actually, kahit anong organisasyon, di ba? Mahirap siyang gawin ngayon dahil sa patuloy na tumitinding repression, no? Attacks doon sa mga nagsusulong ng pagbabago, ganyan. Di syempre yung pag-address doon sa concerns on the right to organize, no? Yung Pilipinas nananatili pa rin siyang kabilang ng top 10 most dangerous o worst countries for workers, primarily because of these reasons na laganap ang violence, ang harassment, at iba pang mga forms of attacks sa mga manggagawa. Lalo pa nitong recent case ng brutal na pagpaslang kay Jude Fernandez, talagang nakikita natin na hindi seryoso yung pamahalaan doon sa pinipaint niya na picture sa international community na siya ay pro-human rights, na siya ay seryoso doon sa pagbabago, no? Di umano. Pero, ayun, nakikita natin na ganun pa rin.
The CTUHR cites informal and formal barriers that cause the shrinking unionization rate in the country. Such formal barriers include government policies on labor flexibilization and anti-insurgency. While labor flexibilization policies have been around since the 80s, new anti-insurgency policies affecting labor, specifically the NTF-ELCAC and the Anti-Terror Law, were enacted during the Duterte administration and continued to the current Marcos Jr. administration.
Galit sa kanya at tinatarget yung maraming leader at organizer. Siyempre, ang kilusang mayuuno, kilala kami sa hindi lang kami nakikipaglaban para sa sahod, trabaho at karapatan. Nakikialam din kami sa pampulitikang pagbabago in the future. Kasi naniniwala kami na magiging baliwala kahit makakuha kami ng dagdag na sahod, dagdag na benepisyo, magkaroon kami ng union, kung yung mga polisi at patakaran ng gobyerno ay nagpapatuloy naman.
While KMU has vowed to bring justice to the slain labor organizer, various labor groups and student organizations spoke in support and solidarity with Fernandez's family and fellow organizers. Fernandez's remains were welcomed in a church inside the University of the Philippines. A tribute was held to commemorate his contributions to the Philippine labor movement and the National Democratic Movement.
Unyon, pandayin ang bakas. 5 manggagawa, dagdagan ng 10. Nang sila'y kumilos ay naging 50. Mga manggagawang iisa ang puso. Unyon, hanggang naman may ang Pilipinas, kahit na may ilang ang malagas, buong natin bahay na
Akala siguro ng estado natin na patungkol din sa NTF-ELCAC, no? Kapag pinakulong nila yung mga matatandang organisador, pinatay, tinakot, kumbaga, ay siguro hihinto na. Hindi kabaliktaran, lalong nag-aalab at lalong sa hirap ng buhay, tumataas ang inflation rate. Yan yung hindi alam ng NTF-ELCAC. At ang alam nila, takutin kami, at pag tinakot kami, hihinto kami. Which is, hindi yan yung normal, na hindi yan yung realidad ngayon. Mas lalong nagpupursige ang hanay na ituloy. Kahit yung nakapiit yung mga matatandang organisador, kahit nabawasan ng matatandang organisador, napaslang, hindi siya tumitigil sa ngayon. At lalo pang nagsusumidhi na dapat talaga itambol sa kalsada, lagit-lagi yung laban.
Mabuhay si kasamang Jude! Mabuhay ang kanyang mga alaala! Ipagpapatuloy natin hanggang sa tagumpay.
Thank you so much for watching The Real News Network, where we lift up the voices, stories, and struggles that you care about most. And we need your help to keep doing this work, so please tap your screen now, subscribe, and donate to The Real News Network. Solidarity forever.